Hey, welcome to Wednesday with Pastor Dan, not Tuesday. I know it's a day late, but I was really thinking hard about that pink candle that we light on the third Sunday of Advent. That one for joy. Joy's tricky. It's sometimes we do funny stuff with it. People ask you what brings you joy. Oh, well, a great cup of coffee, or my team winning, or a game, or these little things. But that's not necessarily joy. Joy is far more profound and deeper than happiness, and I think that's what we conflate it and we confuse it with is happiness. Um, the question is, what makes you happy? Would be a great cup of coffee, or winning teams, or those things of that nature. Great gifts. That's not the same as joy. Joy is a depth, and it reaches into our souls. It's a realization of a reality within us. Um, One thing that makes me happy, that I really enjoy, is A Muppet Christmas Carol. Have always loved Dickens' Christmas Carol, but beyond that, I love the Muppet version of it. I blame my uncle for that. We had lots of Muppets growing up on TV and stuff. But in there's a song they sing called "Bless Us All." Tiny Tim actually sings it, and it's a perfect representation, not just of his character in the movie, but also in the book. They do a very good job. But I wanna read some of these lyrics to you, and I think this is some of what joy is. The song goes: Life is full of sweet surprises. Every day's a gift. The sun comes up and I can feel it lift my spirit. It fills me up with laughter. It fills me up with song. I look into the eyes of love and know that I belong. Remember that one. I look into the eyes of love and know that I belong. Bless us all who gather here, the loving family I hold dear. No place on earth compares with home, and every path will bring me back from where I roam. Bless us all that we may live. We always comfort and forgive. We have so much that we can share with those in need we see around us everywhere. Let us always love each other. Lead us toward the light. Let us hear the voice of reason singing in the night. Let us run from anger and catch us when we fall. Teach us in our dreams, yes, please. Bless us one and all. Bless us all with playful ears, with noisy games and joyous tears. We reach for you and we stand tall, and in our prayers and dreams we ask you bless us all. We reach for you and we stand tall, and in our prayers and dreams we ask you bless us all. We have a canvas of this that Bethany made 7, 8 years ago, I guess. We've had it for a long time. But if you know the story of Dickens and you know the story of Tiny Tim, he he's dying. Well, potentially he's crippled. He's lame. He's broken. And before he sings this song, he Kermit, playing Bob Cratchit, and in the book it also says this, is talking to his wife, Emily, and she says, "How was he at church?" "Oh, as good as gold and better," Bob says. And he then goes on to say, he said the greatest thing, that he hoped that the people who saw him there remembered that this day the person who made blind see and lame people walk. Um, that's joy. That's joy. The blessing, the love, the forgiveness, all of those things wrapped up in it, in spite of the difficulty, in spite of the hardship, the brutality of life back then, and especially amongst a young child who potentially may not live another year. But he can recognize the blessings. He can see the sun rise and it lifts his spirit. He wants joyous tears and noisy games, um, forgiveness. Run from anger. Teach us in our dreams. Please bless us one and all. It's just that's joy. That's joy. profound joy is so much more than the happiness of the little things. Those little things add into our joy and help us realize it and help us grasp onto it. But um, joy is choosing to respond to external circumstances with inner content and satisfaction because we know that God will use these experiences, will continue to use us in these experiences, and that God's presence is always there, even through those times. It's how we respond, recognizing God's presence. We choose joy. Joy is a choice. Happiness happens, but joy is a choice. We choose to be joyful. We choose how we will respond to circumstances, how we recognize who we are. True joy comes down to this being our reality. Romans 8. For I am convinced that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height, nor depth, nor anything else in creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus. Nothing can separate us from that. That's joy. When we recognize that as our true reality, and that's who we are, that's what defines us, and we choose to believe that wholeheartedly, that's true joy. My brothers and sisters, in this wonderful, incredible season, even though it is drastically different than any of us probably ever pictured, and it's probably very hard. No, it is very hard. It is very hard. We can choose joy. And I encourage you to choose joy, like Tiny Tim does. I encourage us all to choose that joy. May you continue to be blessed, joyous, and hopeful this Christmas season.